Namaste, warm welcome everyone to this yoga class. My name is Hazam and I'm here with WGC. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more online yoga videos. And let's begin our practice this evening with our eyes gently closed, sitting in a comfortable seated position. Just taking a moment to arrive in the present moment, relaxing into the physical body, being aware that the body is sitting, and sinking into the energy body, the warmth of the body, the weight of the body. Start to tune in with your breath, the incoming breath and the outgoing breath, the expansion and contraction of the body, rising and falling. And try and remain present throughout the entire length of the breath. I'll just introduce a type of breathing called the 4 parts breath with Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi breath is the sound of the sea we make in the glottis, in the throat area. It sounds like the way Darth Vader would breathe. It sounds a bit like this. You can practice by looking at your hand as if you're steaming up a mirror, taking in a deep breath with the mouth open, exhaling, steaming up the mirror. We do again with the mouth closed. Inhale, exhale, inhale, helping to steady our concentration and strengthen the respiratory system. Exhale, and release and relax. And we'll proceed to the 4 parts breath. The first part will be in the abdomen, expanding and sinking in, contracting the abdomen on the exhale. So let's take our hands, join the middle fingers together. And as we inhale, expanding our abdomen, our fingers will naturally separate. And exhale, the fingers naturally join together as the abdomen sinks in towards the spine. Let's take 5 of these breaths. Expanding the body, helping to release stress and fear from the body. It's 4 parts breath. The next part we take to the level of the ribs, placing your hands on the upper ribs, join the 2 middle fingers together, relax your lungs, and then 5 breaths. Allowing the fingers to naturally separate as the ribs expand out to the sides. Exhaling, they join together. Try and remain present, connected to the body throughout the entire length of the breath. one last one. And then moving your hands up to the level of the collarbone, upper chest. Again, inhale. And 4 more times after you exhale. Keep the chest lifted, pressing into the sitting bones to give you height. 3 more. Really expand the collarbones. Take the breath up there. Last one. And relax. For the final part, we take our hands behind us, placing the back of the hands, back of the fingers onto the ribs behind, the back ribs. And again, inhaling, try and breathe into the back and lift the back ribs, expand this area. Feel the fingers wanting to separate, and exhale. 4 more, breathing into the back. Lifting the back ribs up. 2 more. Last one, breathe deep. And exhale, release, releasing your hands into Namaste. Release the legs, place the hands onto the ground. Coming onto all fours. Inhale, arching the spine. Exhale, continue with this Ujjayi breath. Squeeze the stomach in and up and keep the core engaged. Ujjana Bandha, lifting up the head and the tailbone. Ujjana Bandha, this energy lock in the area of the abdomen. Squeeze as you round the spine. Keep the core in, lifting the abdomen in and up towards the ribs. Underneath the top of the ribs. Inhaling, lifting up. Our core helps to protect our spine. Exhale. 1 more deep breath in. Arching and exhale. Spreading your fingers, tuck the toes under and push into downward facing dog. Lengthening your spine and start to just move, bending your knees one at a time. Spreading your fingers, taking your shoulders back. You can also nod the head like yes to relax the back of the eyes. And shaking the head like no to release the jaw. Inhaling, coming into plank. Strong core. Exhale back into downward dog. Inhaling into plank. Come on the toes. Shoulders over the wrists. Exhale. Downward dog. Push the ground. Try and lengthen your spine. Lengthen the lumbar, the lower spine. Lift the pubic bone and the tailbone up. Push the ground with the hands, so you have 1 line of energy from the hands, the fingers, all the way to the shoulders, to the hips even. 1 line of energy pushing from the hands to the hips. Inhale once again into plank, strong core. Exhale, bring the knees, chest and chin down, and inhale into Bhujangasana, Cobra. Lifting the chest up, pressing firmly down with the thighs, and exhale, taking the bottom back, resting onto the heels. Inhale, slithering into Cobra, keeping your nose and your chest close to the ground until you're past your shoulders, elbows close to the ribs. Lift the chest up, Keep pressing the thighs and the hips down, bending your elbows, gluing them to the ribs. Exhale, child's pose, and flow 3 more times. Flooding your body with prana, with air, oxygen. Exhale, coming down. Keep going. And last time, inhaling. Pressing your thighs, your hips down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use the Ujjayi breath. Bring the belly button in and up. Squeeze the core in, lifting the tailbone up. And looking up. Inhale, coming to plank. Shoulders over the wrists, and we'll come down into chaturanga, which is the low plank. Or if you wish, you can bring your knees like we did before, knees to the ground. Otherwise, keep the knees off the ground, coming down into this low plank. Strong core, top of the feet on the ground, straighten the arms, taking the shoulders back and lift the chest. Upward facing dog, pull away from the feet, lift, lift, lift the chest, and exhale. Relax into child's pose for a moment. Inhale, slithering into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And looking up, belly button in. You can walk, or if you wish, you can float to the front by bending the knees, squeezing the core. It's all about the core, and lightly jumping to the front, making as little sound as possible with the feet. Keep the toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, halfway up, shoulders back to a flat back, and exhale, taking the pubic bone and tailbone up, folding, hinging from the hips. Bring your belly button, bring your navel in, lift your abdomen in towards the top ribs, and exhale, folding down. Keep your shoulders back away from the ears. Uttanasana, relaxing your head, relax your eyes and all the facial muscles. And just allow that flow of prana to reach the top of the head. Pressing firmly down on the feet. You can also place one hand on each elbow and just ragdoll a little bit. Bend your knees as well if you need. Placing the stomach on the thighs and the head towards the shins and the knees. Feel yourself lengthening away from the sacrum, away from the hips. And relaxing the hands down to the ground, keep the feet together. Press firmly down on the feet and rising up slowly. Head comes up last. Keep the head down until it feels stable and let it come up last. Keep pressing down on the feet, spread your fingers wide. Engage the glutes, shoulders soft and relaxed. And inhale, take a deep breath in. Raising your arms up to the sky, looking up, pressing the hips forward. You can lean back by pushing into the front of the hips. Leaning from here, pressing into this part. Strong legs, your legs are like tree trunks rooting into the earth. Lift up your pelvic floor and exhale, coming to center. Inhale, lifting up, squeeze your legs together and your glutes and take your hips to the left, your arms to the right. Inhale up and exhale the other direction and inhale up. Keep lifting up, up, up. Spreading your fingers, you can release your hands and exhale, Allow the hands to join in Anjali Mudra in the center of the chest. Pranamasana. We can separate the toes but keep the heels together. Preparing for Ujjana Bandha, more of this, activating our core, activating the area of the solar plexus as well, our strength, our inner strength, and helping to protect the spine, a healthy core for a healthy spine, and to tone and strengthen and stimulate the digestive system, digestive fire. Inhale, taking the arms up. Exhale, bending the knees, coming down. Exhale all the air out. Hold the breath on the exhale, coming up. Place your hands on the hip crease of each hip. Holding the breath, suck the stomach in and up. Chin towards the chest, lift the belly in and up towards the top ribs, underneath the ribs. And then inhale, you can release the hands up. And we'll do another breath, some more Ujjana Bandha. Really feel and activate your core. So exhale, bending the knees, hands on the hips, suck everything in and up without no breath. The belly button in and up. 3, 2, 1, and inhale, release. Taking the hands all the way up. Exhale, relax. Inhale. Exhale, coming down, bending the knees. Take the hands onto the hips, belly button in and up. 3, 2, really squeeze the core in. Lift the abdomen towards the ribs, under the ribs, and inhale, release. Taking your arms up. Join them together and relax into Pranamasana. And just be for a moment. Join the feet together. Heels slightly apart. Preparing for some sun salutation, Surya Namaskar C, traditional sun salutations. Taking the hands down by the sides, inhale, all the way up. Join the hands together, look at the thumbs, press the hips forward to lean back, press the feet into the ground, lift the pelvic floor. And exhale, folding down, stretching forwards, taking the tailbone up, the pubic bone up. You can bend the knees as much as you need, but hinging from the hips. So we're coming down from the hips. Keep your belly button in that Ujjana Bandha, lifting the abdomen in towards the ribs, under the ribs. Inhale halfway up. Keep squeezing the core. And then bending the knees, take the right foot all the way back, dropping the right knee onto the ground. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms, leaning back from this hip flexor. Exhale, coming down. Inhale into plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, Cobra Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, spreading your fingers, press down into the heels, push the ground and lengthen the spine. Lift the belly in and up, Uddiyana Bandha. Lift the right leg up, 3-legged dog, and keep the core engaged, taking the right foot between the hands, dropping the left knee, rising up, pressing into the hip flexor. On the left side this time, exhale, Coming down, join the feet together in the front of the mat. Halfway up, inhale. Keep lifting the belly in and up and folding down from the hips. Keep the belly in and press into the floor with the feet. Keep the core engaged, belly in, Ujjana Bandha. Lift up the pelvic floor, reach the arms above the head. Leaning back, look up, press the feet down. And exhale, release. Pranamasana. Next round, taking the hands down by the sides. Inhale, all the way up. Thumbs together, lean back. And exhale, folding core, belly button in. Belly lifting under the ribs. Tailbone going up. Bend the knees if you need. Inhale, halfway. And this time as you exhale, left leg back to the back of the mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down. Inhale into plank. Exhale, come into either low plank, chaturanga, or into the knees, chest and chin. And inhale, cobra or upward dog if you're in low plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Push the ground, 3 deep breaths. Use the Ujjayi breath that we learn to transition and to push yourself deeper into the posture, to align the body, to remain present. Belly in and up towards the ribs, under the ribs, lifting the left leg up. Bring it to the front, drop your knee and rise up. Press into the hips, exhale, feet together, inhale halfway. Keep that belly in and up. Exhale, folding down, press firmly down on the feet. And as you rise up, start to lift the pelvic floor and the abdomen in and up. Mula Bandha and Ujjana Bandha, these locks in the lower parts of the body to the abdomen. Lift your arms up, press the hips forward and exhale, release. Pranamasana. One more on each side, we'll go a bit quicker. Taking the hands down by the sides, spread the fingers deep, inhale. Lift the pelvic floor, leaning back, exhale. Lift the abdomen, coming down. Halfway, right foot back. Inhaling back. Exhale down. Inhale plank. Exhale low plank or 8-point position with knees on the ground or off the ground. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Keep breathing in, keep lifting yourself up until you need to exhale, making full use of the breath. And in downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Push the ground, lengthen your spine. Inhale, lifting the right leg up. Exhale between the hands, drop your left knee, rise up. Exhale down, feet together, inhale up, halfway. Lift the belly in and up and folding down. Inhale, rise up, lifting up the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, and the belly, Ujjana Bandha. Leaning back. And exhale, release. And one last time on the other side. Taking the hands by the sides, deep inhale. Leaning back, lift the pelvic floor. Exhale. Belly button in and up. Coming down. Halfway, left leg back. Inhale up. Strong feet, press firmly on the left foot, press firmly on the right foot as well. Exhale. Inhale, plank, strong legs, strong core, strong hands. Exhale, come down. Upward dog or cobra. Keep the shoulders going back. Lifting the chest up. Exhale. Downward dog, 3 breaths. Lifting the left leg. Taking the hands, dropping your right knee. Inhale up. Press into that hip. Leaning back. Exhale. Come forwards, halfway up. Ujjana Bandha and fold down. Inhale. Mula Bandha, Ujjana Bandha. Pelvic floor and your core. Lean back. Exhale, release. And just take a moment to settle back into the body and allow the energy to settle. Bending the knees, jump the feet wider than the mat. Point the feet outwards and take the hands wide. Join the index finger and the thumb in the goddess posture, bending the knees into a squat. Taking a deep breath in, exhale. Release the hands and bring them in. Squeeze the core in towards the spine. Generating power and inner strength. Take a deep inhale. Join the index and the thumb together. Open the chest. Exhale. Center it in the core. One more deep inhale. Pointing the feet forward. Take your hands all the way back. Interlace the fingers. Preparing for Prasarita Padottanasana. Interlace the fingers. Lift the tailbone and the pubic bone up. Come halfway down. As you exhale. Inhale, come up. Push the hips forward. Lift the pelvic floor up. Press firmly on the feet. Exhale, coming down. All the way down. Inhale, coming up. Press firmly on the front of the feet. Pada Bandha. Lifting up the pelvic floor. Exhale, coming all the way down. One more time, inhaling. Squeezing the shoulders back. Exhale, coming all the way down this time. Staying down, put your weight on the front of the feet. Keep squeezing the shoulders back. See if you can join your palms together. Relax the neck. Do Ujjana Bandha. Lift the belly under the ribs. And try and hinge from the hip creases. Bring your body closer to the legs. Take your hands closer up above the head. And pressing into the feet. Staying for 2 more breaths. Inhale, come up. You can bend the knees slightly if you need. Come up slowly. Keep your head down to avoid any sudden blood rush to the head. And release into Anjane Mudra. Let the head come up when you feel settled. And just relax back into the body. pointing the feet out, your left foot out to the left, tuck your right foot in a little bit, bending your left knee, come into warrior two, pushing the ground with your feet in opposite directions, keep your hips in one line, gazing through your left fingers, the middle finger and the index finger, left thigh is parallel to the ground. Turn your left palm up and lean back into this reverse warrior position. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, dropping your elbow onto your left knee. Open your right shoulder and stretch towards up and forwards. Stretch, press your right foot down. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale once again. Elbow on the knee. Taking your shoulder back and stretching. Inhale once again up. This time straighten your left foot, tuck your right foot in a little bit more, and coming into Trikonasana, lift the belly in and up, and coming down, protects your spine with your core, dropping your left hand down somewhere on the leg or the ground, and raising your right arm up. Your right shoulder is rotating backwards, as is your right hip. And staying for 5 breaths. Keep your feet strong. You can come up a little bit, really press on the front of the feet. Take your hip back, your right hip back, and fold down. Most of the work is done by your right hand and your feet. So your right hand should be going up. Your left hand's only lightly touching the leg. Lift your belly button in and up. Staying for 2 more breaths. Looking up. And pressing into the feet, coming back. Bending the front knee. Leaning back. Peaceful warrior. And finding yourself back facing the front. Join the hands in the center. Point the right foot out to the right. Turn, tuck your left toe in a bit, about 45 degrees. Bending your front knee, your right knee, and stretching. Warrior two through the right side. Make your thigh as parallel to the ground as possible. Push the feet, lift the pubic bone up, tailbone pointing directly at the floor. Gazing through your index and middle finger, keep your awareness there. Turn your palm up and leaning back. Don't disturb the legs. Lifting up, exhale, elbow to knee, open your left shoulder and stretch. Inhale back. Try not to disturb your legs. Exhale, just moving from above the hips. Inhale again. Exhale. Inhale, coming up, straightening the front leg. And exhale, taking your left hip up for triangle on the other side, Trikonasana. Your belly in and up towards the ribs. Press firmly down on that right foot, lifting up the left hip. Coming down in a straight line, opening your left arm. Look up. Keep that pressure. The legs have to be intelligent. That means active, aware of themselves. Make sure both legs are doing something, engaging, pressing into the ground. For 5 breaths, we should have about 2 more breaths left. And inhale, coming up, bending the front knee, leaning back. And exhale, release. Come back to face the front, bending the knees, jump the feet back together. Inhale, raising the arms all the way up. Exhale, strong core. We're going to keep our awareness on our core and come into Natarajasana. Natarajasana, so this is the dancer dancing Shiva pose. For this, we put our weight on the front foot, the left foot, Grab hold of our right foot first, stretching the left arm up and kicking the right foot back gently, putting the weight on the front foot. Squeeze your core and keep coming forward, taking your right leg backwards and up. Staying for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Your core and your feet are active. Release, release your leg, come back to standing. Take a deep breath in, lifting up the back ribs, and exhale, release. Lifting your right arm up and taking your left leg, left foot in your left arm. Make sure you have a strong balance, pressing, should come onto even ground, pressing into the ground, the front of the right foot, and taking your left leg back. Squeeze your core, lift the belly in and up towards the ribs, stretching your arm, looking straight ahead. Staying for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Coming back to Samastiti. Taking a deep breath in, lifting the back ribs up. Exhale, release. And just come back. Inhale, raising the arms up. Pressing the hips forward. Exhaling, coming down. Belly button in and up. Inhaling, rising up. Leaning back. Exhale. Coming down. Inhaling up. Coming all the way up. And again. Belly button in and up. Coming all the way down. Inhale, press on the feet. Keep pushing down on the feet. Make the feet active but relax the toes, leaning back. And this time lifting the belly button in and up, coming down. Lifting the pubic bone. Grabbing hold of the ankles. Inhale, halfway up. Taking the shoulders back. And exhale, squeezing, lifting the belly to underneath the ribs. Coming down into Padahastasana, hands to feet pose. You can bend the knees if you need, a micro bend is good as well. Placing the stomach onto the thighs, the chest on the knees, and the head towards the shins. Shoulders back, away from the ears, and the head lengthening towards the feet. You can widen the elbows and give a gentle pull down, lengthening your head towards the ground. Staying for 5 more breaths, soft breaths now. Awareness can be on the top of the head and the space above the top of the head. Just allowing your intelligence, your awareness to really awaken in this highest chakra, the area of super consciousness, Sahasrara. Inhaling halfway up. And keep pressing down on the feet, slowly rising up. Coming all the way up. Pressing the feet, squeezing the glutes. Head comes up last, spread the fingers and rise up. All the way up and reaching up. Staying with your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Awareness can be on the hands and the energy emanating from the hands. And take your awareness down from the hands into the arms, into the armpits. Just let everything flow towards the center of the chest, the heart. Keep the abdomen in. And lifting the belly in and up. Exhale, lifting the tailbone up, the pubic bone up, coming down. Bending the knees and walk or jump your feet back into plank, strong core. Inhale, lifting your left arm up into side plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lifting your right arm up. And exhale, coming down. Other side again. Exhale. Inhale, other side. And exhale, coming down. Keep your core strong. Push into downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Looking up, bending the knees, strong core, jump to the front of the mat, bring the bottom down onto the ground, lifting the feet into boat position, strong core, straightening the legs, straightening the arms, pointing the feet, staying for 5, 4, strengthen the core, 2, 3, 2, and 1, slowly coming down with control. Stretch your arms above the head, take a deep breath in. Try and expand the stomach, the ribs, the collarbone, chest area, and the back ribs. All 4 parts of the breath together. Exhale. Squeezing the core towards the spine and the belly, in and up. One more time, take a deep 4-part breath. And this time as you exhale, coming into boat position, taking the feet up, strong core. Inhale, slowly coming back, lifting the arms above the head, taking in a deep breath. And exhale, sitting up. Bring your legs down, flattening the legs. You can remove the flesh from the sitting bones and from the thighs, pointing the feet forwards. Keep a lift in the body, otherwise place a cushion under your bottom if you need. Lifting the belly in and up and keeping in this Ujjana Bandha, lift up the pelvic floor as well. We exhale, coming down towards the feet for Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, forwards, forwards and down. Coming down by taking the sitting bones back. One more time, inhaling. And lifting the belly in and up, folding down, staying for 5 breaths. Taking your shoulders back. Pushing the heels forward. Bringing the chest forward, the top of the head towards the feet, stretching the neck. Inhale, release. This time we go back all the way, lifting into boat, coming back, and going into plow position, feet above the head, hands on the lower back if you like. Bring the feet down towards the ground, and we're going to roll into Paschimottanasana, this forward fold. Keep the core engaged, bringing the feet down and stretching back into the forward fold. Taking the shoulders back, inhaling, coming back into plow. You can grab hold of the feet momentarily, stretching the hamstrings. Exhaling, rolling gently, coming forward. Inhaling, up, and exhaling. Taking the hips back and folding, stretching forward. Keep your core engaged in and up towards the spine. And staying for another 5 breaths. Inhaling. After the 5th breath, releasing, taking your hands behind you, bending the knees and lifting the hips up, taking the shoulders back, Purvatasana, lift the belly button in and up, exhale, coming down. For the more difficult posture, we can straighten the legs, and if you want to try it, inhaling, lifting up the hips, pointing the feet down towards the ground, lifting the chest, pressing firmly down, using the Ujjayi breath to lift you up. Lift the hips and exhale, release. Coming down. We take the right foot, place it on the outside of the right hip. You can use cushions also under you to make it a bit more comfortable. Taking the left leg, taking it behind as well, either side of the hips. You might need a bolster for your placing on your lower back, just to make it a big cushion, just to make it easy to go backwards. If you have any knee injuries, you should avoid this posture. It's going to be deeply calming and helping to align the legs. Slowly we take our elbows back onto the ground and stretching, placing our spine back down as if it's comfortable, and stretching the arms above the head. If we reach the ground, we can stay for 5 breaths. We don't have to come all the way down. You can stay pretty much upright if it's too difficult for you. See if you can keep the knees closer together. Breathe into the back ribs. And on the 5th exhale, placing the elbows onto the ground, grabbing hold of feet, and pressing up. Bring the knees close together, lifting the hips up, hands on the hips and pushing the hips forward. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling, bring the head down to the ground. Inhaling, lifting up, pressing the hips forward. Exhaling, coming down. Inhaling forward. And grabbing hold of the heels with the hands. If you want to go for the full camel, pushing the hips forward, lifting the chest up, opening the throat. And staying for 5 breaths, keep pushing into the thighs, lifting the pelvic floor up. And on the 5th exhale, release your hands onto your hips. And let's come into downward facing dog, spreading the fingers, pushing the ground. Just relaxing, making the breath soft. And bring the knees down to the ground. Sitting onto the heels, taking the hands onto the knees, Vajrasana. And being on the knees in Vajrasana, taking your shoulders back. Exhaling. And we'll go into the preparation for headstand, or into headstand itself, if you prefer, if you have it in your practice. For headstand, we interlace the fingers. You can measure out the elbows by placing one hand on each elbow. That's the distance that you want the elbows to be. And interlacing the fingers. Place the back of the head onto the fingers, onto the hands. The top of the head on the ground. Bring the toes, come high on the toes. And you can see you don't want to put pressure onto your neck or your head, so lightly just touching the ground with the head. Do some work with your elbows and your forearms. Just gonna take that. And you can start to walk your feet towards your hands. And when the feet feel like they can't walk anymore, either stay there. You can lift one leg up and down, and then do the other and down, or you can lift both legs up together, bending the knees in, straightening the legs up into headstand, squeezing your core, squeeze your glutes and the legs together. Correct your alignment by pushing your hips forward, pointing the feet up. Your core has to be engaged. Keep pressing the hands down so the head is lightly just touching the ground. Staying for 3 more breaths. You can also widen the legs into wide splits if you like. And exhaling, taking the feet down slowly to the ground, and rest your head in child's pose, balasana. Just allow your energy to settle. Awareness can be on the center of the eyebrows. Allow yourself just to be carried by the earth. Let go, relax. And on the next inhale, breathing in, Bhujangasana, sliding into Cobra. Keeping your elbows in, shoulders back. Lifting the chest, exhale, downward facing dog. Bending the knees. Come to the front of the mat, bringing the bottom down. Going into Navasana, straight legs. Strong core. Elbows down by the sides, preparing for shoulder stand. Sarvangasana, take the elbows down by the sides. If you're going through your cycle today, just keep your legs raised up, placing something under your sacrum if you need. Otherwise, from the boat position, Navasana, elbows in, and come up into shoulder stand, pointing the feet up, taking your shoulders back. Lengthen your neck. Don't move your head when you're in shoulder stand, but press the back of the head into the ground to strengthen the neck. So don't turn your head to either side. Walk your hands further down, up the back. Engage the glutes, pointing the feet up. You can come into different variations, including Lotus Padmasana in shoulder stand, or widening your legs into splits, or front splits. Taking your right leg down above the head, inhaling up, taking the left leg down, inhaling up. Don't forget to keep your neck strong, and exhale, bring both feet down above the head into Halasana, plow, straightening the legs. You can interlace your fingers behind the back, or if you wish you can stretch your hamstrings and the back of the legs by grabbing hold of the feet. Staying for 5 breaths in total. Four more breaths. Here in plow and halasana. Keep your hands pressing into the ground like they're the plow mechanism, plowing the earth while the ox, the feet, are pulling the plow away. Press the shoulders back. Find your way out of compression by pressing the shoulders, and then we take the knees, bending them around the ears or onto the eyebrows. You can also hug your knees if you wish, taking your hands underneath the knees. And then releasing the hands, taking them behind you, joining the hands close together if possible, the thumbs together and the index, and pressing into the ground. Start to straighten your legs and roll the spine with control. Keep your core engaged and roll the spine vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring the heels down. Up into Matsyasana fish. Lift the chest, lift the chin, open the throat and bring the top of the head back onto the ground. Keep more of the weight on your elbows. For variation, you can also lift the feet up, legs up, stay for about 8 breaths, or you can lift the feet and the hands up. Just be careful, you must have a good neck. Keep pressing the head into the ground, straightening the legs. The further variation is to come into Padmasana, full lotus, and grabbing hold of the feet. Bring your elbows down, top of the head on the ground, lifting the chest, grabbing hold of the feet with your peace fingers, pressing with the elbows and lifting the chest, bring the knees down to the ground. Breathing into the back, lifting the chest up, floating above water. Whatever variation you're in, exhaling, release, bring the knees to the head towards the knees. Inhaling, stretching the arms and the feet. Take that full 4 parts breath, expanding the stomach, the ribs, the chest and the back ribs. And exhale. Bending the knees, feet hip width apart, take the hands down by the sides. Setu Bandhasana, lifting the hips up. Take the shoulders back, keep the knees in line with the hips. Exhale. You can again come into wheel or chakrasana for a more difficult variation, otherwise stay in bridge. If you wish to come into wheel, take the head lightly onto the ground and straighten the arms. Walk the feet back 1 step, keep the knees in and the elbows in. Walk the hands back 1 step and stretch, press into the ground. If you wish to deepen the posture, we're going to stay here for 5 breaths, but if you wish to deepen, you take your head lightly to the ground, walk your hands back and straighten up, keep the elbows closer together. Shoulders back into the back body, and exhale slowly. When you come out, bring the head lightly to the ground, back of the head rolls down, chin to chest, and whatever posture you're in, if it's bridge or wheel, coming out of it gently, bring the head to the knees for counter pose, rounding the spine, widen the arms into a T shape. Start to roll with the sacrum to the left side, And then to the right side, rolling on the sacrum. Rolling left and right. And straightening the left leg, take hold of the right knee with the left hand and turn your head to the opposite direction. Staying for about 5 breaths in a gentle twist. Keep your right shoulder down. If it's not down, just come back up. Press it down and then gently roll. And just relax into your body, relax into the twist, don't push. Breathe, connect. Come into the present. Be totally in the body, bring awareness into each cell in the body, intelligence into each cell. And on the next inhale, coming back, rolling left and right. And straightening the right leg, take hold of the left knee, turn to the left side with your head, turn to the opposite side with your knee. 5 breaths. Try and breathe into the back ribs. And on the next inhale, coming back, rolling left and right. And we'll take a Shavasana in Supta Baddha Konasana, joining the feet together, widening the knees. You can put blocks or something under the knees to make it more comfortable. And just allow the hips to open gently. Spreading the arms and just relaxing, sinking into the ground in Shavasana. Allowing the body to be soft. Allowing it to melt and dissolve, sinking deep into the earth. Allowing each cell in the body to totally become aware, conscious, alive. Allowing the hips to gently open, the groin open, the heart open. And slowly coming back, bring the knees together and taking them, separating them apart. Bring the knees together and apart. Once again together, bring the head towards the knees, to the knees, using the core. Inhale, stretch your arms above the head. Take a deep 4-part breath, abdomen, ribs, collarbones, back ribs. Fill with prana, exhale, bring the knees towards the chest and roll to the right side. Allow yourself to settle on the right side. The pressure is removed from the internal organs, the heart, stomach, and gently, in your own time, pushing yourself up to a comfortable, steady seated position to close out today's practice. Any comfortable position. Spread your arms wide, touching the ground with the fingers, lifting the chest, pressing into the sitting bones, raising your arms up to the sky, joining the hands together above the head and reaching up. And exhale, come down into Anjali Mudra, hands in the center. Take a moment to just connect again with your body, the feeling of the body, the warmth, the weight and the boundaries of the body. Connecting with the breath, connecting with the center of the chest, the heart center. Try and go deep inside your being. Asking the question, who am I? Who is it that you call I in this structure? Connect with this inner self. The body, the energy of the body, the mind, the intellect, and even the bliss you experience every day is always changing, arising, passing away, impermanent, subject to change in each moment, subject to birth, change, age, decay, death. What is it that remains constant, unchanging, pure, untouchable? What is the essence? Take a moment to really connect with the core of your being. And we close the practice by saying Om 3 times. Try and remain present as you say the word. Feel the vibration or Om as it rises up to the top of the head, ringing like a bell when you close your mouth to make that Om sound. So let's take a deep inhale. Try and remain present throughout the entire length of the Om. Deep breath in. And again, deep inhale. Use the 4 parts breath. And once again, deep breath in. And taking the warm hands, if they're not warm you can do this to warm them up, placing over the closed eyes absorbing into the eyes, and release the hands down the sides of the jaw, relaxing the entire face. Inhale, one hand on each shoulder. Exhale, release, slightly brushing the hands down to the fingers. And finally, under the armpits with the thumbs. Inhale, 4 parts breath. Exhale, release, slightly brushing the hands down all the way to the sides of the body, down the legs to the feet and the toes, and relax. Thank you for joining me in this practice. My name is Hazam. I'm here with WGC. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more videos like this. I wish you a beautiful morning or evening wherever you are. Namaste.